What's up with y'all young boys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we got a Hello You Seen video, and this one is about Cenat and all the random stuff that's been going on with the Clover Boys and why a certain animated streamer is mad at Cenat and the homies right now. So we're going to watch this video. Hopefully it's a good one. Y'all sit back, relax, grab y'all popcorn, watch this video with me. Let's get straight into it.
What's poppin', y'all? The Streamer Awards is the gift that keeps on giving, because whilst Ray and Rakai have been, misbehaving a bit the past, a couple of days for Ray, but for Rakai, it's been the past, a week or so. He's been a bad kid, to be fair. That's why his mama got him grounded. But they had an interaction that just had me dying with how they tried to throw these fellas under the bus. So this interaction was with Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse is, I think, one of the biggest.
I didn't know that they were beefing with somebody like this. Is she like an actual streamer that just streams like with this right here? She's like the peanut dude on Arc Raiders. Y'all ever hopped on TikTok or something and seen that peanut dude? Is she like that? Or the pineapple dude and playing Arc Raiders and stuff like that? Are they the same type of person? What is a VTuber? Or V-streamer?
VTubers, I
don't understand the whole concept.
Subbed channels on Twitch, but this individual, Iron Mouse, goes on and throws these dudes completely under the bus in this clip that I'm gonna play you guys right now.
I also saw a tweet about me talking to Rakai and Ray, and a lot of people were saying that I'm basically trying to appeal to people, appease people, fit in with people, that I'm trying to, I'm bending over backwards for people, which that is so untrue. You have no idea. You have no idea what I went through in that moment. So let me explain to you. And I'm here with Rob, and we're walking, getting ready to go to our seats, and I get rushed by Rakai and Ray. I will tell you 100%, I was very uncomfortable to the point where I was...
Is this a real person? Is this really a real person? I'm confused right now. Is this like a real person behind this, or is this AI? Is this like an AI streamer?
Shaking. Because I already knew that I was going to get asked something terrible. I knew that they were going to say something rude to me. Because... I just know. I know it. Because I'm used to it. Because I already know what people think. And I already know how people treat VTubers. When a person asks me a stupid question, I give them a stupid answer. That's what I have to say. They asked me what I look like. So I gave them the dumbest answer that I could give them. I was incredibly uncomfortable. I wanted to get out of there. I did not want to talk to them because I knew they were going to ask me very invasive questions. They asked me the dumbest question. So I gave them the dumbest answer. And I was trying to be cordial. I was trying to be nice. It wasn't me trying to appease anybody. It was just me answering in a stupid fashion to get them to leave me alone. After that exchange, and we left, I was visibly shaken, and I was with Rob, and I had multiple people come up to me and be like, "Wow, Mouse, you handled that so well. You handled that so well, Mouse."
So first off, Rip, you're probably like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what's happening? Uncomfortable. Okay, right? So you're probably like, damn, yo, what were they asking? It must have been a crazy interaction for this to happen, right? Well, let me play you guys the interaction that happened at the Streamer Awards.
Oh, is that that's Iron Mouse. Oh, what's the word? Oh, what's the word? Hey, Iron Mouse. How you doing?
So what is the issue right now? Are we serious? She's walking around looking like Karen from SpongeBob, Plankton's wife. What do you mean you tried to get out of there? You wanted to get out. You could have just turned it off. What did Rakai and Ray say? I'm kind of confused on what's going on right now. I don't think this makes sense to me.
Post me. Oh, wait. Where you at?
What?
Where you at?
I'm in my house.
Oh, okay. Iron Mouse, you are a legend. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's up?
What's up?
Wait, quick question. Neymar, I don't feel me.
Yeah,
Neymar,
no questions out of you today.
Yeah.
No questions out of you.
Yeah.
Ask me anything you want.
Okay, bet.
Okay, I got a question.
How you look in real life?
Whoa. Out of
I don't look
everything?
in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, ugly. That's why I'm a VTuber, duh.
Ah, you're right.
I got a question.
Are you black or white?
I'm Latina. I'm Puerto Rican.
Whoa! Caloque.
Is
Coño.
Yeah.
Is Peanut technically a VTuber or not?
Am I technically a
No,
VTuber?
Peanut.
Oh, man, he's a VTuber. What the
So Peanut is a VTuber. So Peanut is the same thing. I'm confused on this clip though. Like, why? What is the issue? Asked you how you look, asked what race you are, and you said you were uncomfortable about that. If you're uncomfortable with interactions, why are you even on the internet? Why are you even taking yourself to a social place like this? I mean, of course, you're walking around looking like Karen's wife, but I mean, there's a certain level of sensitivity here that's not supposed to be had. Why are we at a social event and then you say you can ask me anything you want in confidence? You say you can ask me anything you want. Basically said it like you won't get mad at what they ask, and then when they ask a question, you get mad, give a sassy response. And then come on the internet and say you were uncomfortable about it and you wanted to get out of there. Nothing about this makes sense. You see, this is why bullying as a kid is supposed to be something that is had, right? And I'm not supposed to. I don't want to say it like that, but at the end of the day, right? There's certain interactions you're going to have in real life that you just brush off. This is not a real life situation to her. She's basically playing a video game. And they're talking to you like this because it's like interacting with an AI, chat GPT, right? They're not interacting with a real person. They're interacting with Karen. That's what they're interacting with. They're walking around, right? The dude is walking around with a camera and a screen with your VTuber face on it. They don't see a real person. They see chat GPT. They see Grok off of Twitter. So why would they have regular interactions with somebody that's not a human being? They're not looking at a human being right now. They're looking at an artificial character. So they're going to talk to you like you're an artificial character. They ask how you look in real life, and they ask what race you were. You gave them the answers, right? I don't see what's an uncomfortable situation. What is uncomfortable about this? And I understand, what's his name? Bro in the back. I can't think of his name right now. These two, why can't I think of his name, man? I literally watched the dude. God now. But I don't understand what's the uncomfortable situation with this. I don't. I can't for the life of me think about it.
Oh, okay. All right, nice to meet you, Iron Mouse.
So here,
And they were respectful the whole time. They didn't call her out her name. They asked permission to ask a question, anything like that. But you come on the internet and you try to stir up a pot because you already see that Rakai, Ray, Clover Boys in general are going through a couple of things. So you want to give your input on it and try to hate farm them. That's literally all it is hate farming. You're trying to farm somebody else's situation for your own personal gain. That's what's going on right here. Nothing about this interaction screams, oh, this was going on, that was going on, we need to take them down, we need to talk crap about them, we need to start a witch hunt about them. Nothing about this situation screams that at all. What about this situation is a bad situation, a bad interaction? This is a normal situation in most settings. At work with your coworkers right now. If somebody didn't know, let's say me, right? Usually people don't know what race I am. They don't know what ethnicity I am at all. They don't know if I'm black, white, Hispanic. They don't know what I am. They don't know if I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, anything like that. They don't know. So they ask me, what are you? Are you Puerto Rican? Stuff like that. And I give them an answer. right? Sometimes I mess with them for a little bit, say, yeah, I am. But no, I tell them exactly what I am at the end of the day. Would I get mad at the interactions that I have with those people and say that they are harassing me and stuff like that? No, not once have I ever thought that, right? You know why? Because I have interacted with people in real life for years. For years. I have interactions with everybody, with all different circles of life, from all different circles of life. I've interacted with crazy people, sane people, black, white, Asian. It doesn't matter. Any type of person that you could think of, I've interacted with. So why? What is it? What is going on with this? This is kind of irritating me. I'm not gonna lie. This is the level of sensitivity that Twitter has.
Yes, so there's a man holding the iPad that the VTuber is...
It's literally a gimbal, a camera, and an iPad, a screen, that's black with her face on it, and they're interacting with Karen right now.
Calling into, and the
look at this. What about this situation screams like they said hi, they came up, they said hi. This is I don't know.
VTuber is at home. So they're just asking questions and they're kids, dog. Like, yeah, Rakai is still under 18, but Ray is, I think he's in his 20s, but I
think Ray's like 20, 21 years old.
Jovial nature where they're just having fun and they're asking questions that kids would ask.
They're just interacting with people. That's it.
They're asking something disrespectful. Like, what do you mean? They're like, yo, what the hell you look? This is what a normal person asks. That's not
disrespectful.
Outside of the norm, knowing what a VTuber is. Like, if you even know what that is, the definition of a VTuber, you're already slightly outside the norm. It doesn't mean you're weird. You just ask a normal person on the street, hey, do you know what a VTuber is? And they're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Get this guy out
exactly.
of here. Somebody get their man.
I don't think anybody in real life knows what a VTuber is. You have to be chronically on the internet to know what a VTuber is. You have to be on Twitch all day or YouTube all day, every day, right? And that's the only thing you do for you to know what a VTuber is. I'm telling you, unless you watch videos like this, now I know what a VTuber is. And I'm sad to say that. I'm sad to say I know what a VTuber is now. But I do watch the Peanut Dude on TikTok. I'm not going to lie. So I guess I do watch VTubers. I didn't know what the name for it was. I just seen a peanut walking around with a mouth and eyes. That's it. I thought he was just a peanut with a mouth and eyes. I thought they grew those now. I thought they made those. I don't know. It's 2025.
Watching VTubers, that's a whole different story. But they're normal to ask questions. Like, yo, what are you looking like? This and that. That's the first question that anybody's going to ask. And there were multiple times where she said, where she could have left, right? She could be like, hey, thank you guys. We got to go right now. But number two is, I don't know if she was lying. Now, the ugly response is like, oh, of course I'm hideous. That's why I'm a VTuber. I think that's a funny response. That's a response that it's a good response, to be honest. Like, you're not going to be
that's
like,
a jokey response. It is.
It was an appropriate response.
It's a real jokey
when
response.
The Puerto Rican thing came up, I was shocked.
I have no problem with that.
This has to be the softest Boricua I've ever seen. Number one, I mean, I don't even think I've ever met a Puerto Rican woman, Puerto Rican girl, and I've interacted with so many that was even into like anime stuff, let alone we're talking.
Got in a car accident. Don't.
Oh my God, man!
Use free AI tool instead. That's how I walk.
Jesus.
$1,000 from.
VTuber and being a VTuber.
Oh my God, now I'm buffering. It's the VTuber stuff, bro. As soon as she popped back on the screen, this started happening. What is going on right now? And I'm buffering. What's up with the internet? What?
And being this sensitive, that's like a trifecta that never comes together. So this is already the softest Puerto Rican girl, woman that I've ever seen. And then this leads you to think, it seems like this person, Iron Mouse, when you look at the clip where she was talking about the situation and saying, oh, people are saying that I'm defending or I'm doing this. This person is in a hostage situation. They're in a hostage situation to their own freak show of an audience. Yes, these people are freak
You came to this with your own free will, right? You didn't even come. You had somebody else come and put you on a screen with a camera and a gimbal and walk you around. And you said you wanted to leave so bad. You felt so uncomfortable. This is 2025 at its finest. I'm not gonna lie. This is like really irritating me. It is. This is literally Twitter levels of sanity. Right? It's a different type of sanity. It's not insanity, but there's something about this that is like subhuman. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know, man.
Shows. How are you gonna? And then talking about being visibly shaken, you were virtually shaken. Okay, like,
exactly.
Let's stay on code right here. And this is the thing, man. I really dislike this side of streaming and the way that they treat a Ray or a Rakai. Like, for instance, Rakai doing that whole stealing bit, him calling Cutie Cinderella crazy. Yeah, that's disrespectful. Yeah, he got handed down a ban. That's fine. Ray, he really doesn't do too much, but people are like, yo, why does he talk like that? Well, he talks like that because he learned English via Cenat streams.
Exactly.
So why are you asking why a guy has that accent? He didn't grow up in Irvine with a bunch of Asian and white people. He didn't learn English in, I don't know.
He literally went from Japan, Taiwan, took a trip to Japan, met Cenat, and then got flown to the hood of fucking Atlanta. Literally. He got flown to the hood of Atlanta. He learned English from a bunch of people from Atlanta. So what do you mean, why does he talk like that? He's just been around black people in the States for the past 2 years, 3 years.
He didn't go to university for English. He didn't go learn English in the UK. This guy learned English, barely the amount of English that he had, through watching English content. And then when he moved, the intensive practice he got of English was in Atlanta, literally, because those guys lived in Atlanta. And it was with Cenat and all these other guys. So, of course, he's going to sound like them. So that's one of the most annoying things that people talk about. And then this whole uncomfortable thing, right? I hate how we've degraded. You know what would have been uncomfortable? You should have felt uncomfortable if he slapped that eye.
Exactly what he was about to say right now. There's been a degradation in reality. Reality is no longer a thing to certain people. In reality, this is a normal conversation. A normal conversation. Anybody that has to bring, right? I understand, right? We're making money off of being a VTuber. Nobody wants to see your face, especially if they see your face. That might mess up the money. All right. But you are in a virtual situation, and the interactions that people are going to have with you are going to be a little bit different than the interactions that people are going to have with you if you were in person. Right. So these are questions that they wanted to know. If they see you in person, they could probably come up in their own head. Oh, yeah, she's Hispanic. Oh, yeah, she's. And I'm about to say this. Oh, yeah, she's ugly. Oh, yeah, she looks good. These are all interactions that people have in their head, right? These are all assumptions people come up with in their head. And this is reality. If somebody walks up to you on the street, right, or somebody passes by you on the street, they already come up with a visual in their head of who you are, right? They already do. So it doesn't make sense to like, this whole situation doesn't make sense. Reality has not set in for certain people. It really hasn't. Like you got to think about this, right? The people that are doing this stuff right now, the VTubers and stuff like that, and even regular streamers, as we start to come up in the years, right? As we start to get further and further into the timeline of Twitch and streamers and stuff like that, there's going to be more and more people that really haven't been outside, that really haven't interacted with people, that have not had interactions enough to really say, oh yeah, this is a normal conversation. Think about that. There's going to be people that have sat in the house watching YouTube and Twitch and then decided, oh yeah, I want to do the same thing, and they never come out of their house. So they never have normal interactions. So they think this is not a normal interaction. Probably in her head, sincerely, this was an interaction that hurt her on the inside. But to a normal person with a normal, rational way of thinking that's actually in reality, they're going to think to themselves, oh, yeah, that was a normal interaction. Let me go on with my day. Let me go pump this gas at the gas station now. This is the type of conversation you might have with somebody at the gas station. You know how many people walked up to me at the gas station and be like, oh yeah, what are you doing with this? What are you doing with that? Oh yeah, what just talking about my car and stuff like that. You know how many neighbors I had didn't know what I was? They just asked me, what are you? You know how many people just speak to me in Spanish on a normal daily basis? I live in a prominently Hispanic neighborhood. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows what I am, I mean. So I don't understand the interaction. I don't understand what's wrong with this interaction at all.
iPad down and crush the screen. That's when you're like, yo, I felt uncomfortable. I was a little bit scared by that. You're in the safety of your own home. And this is where people are
Sitting
going
in
to
a
stop
chair.
taking this stuff seriously. Because we have de-escalated, right? We've de-escalated from angry, justifiable reactions to, hey, I was at this award show and I was at the bath. I was like crawling back the bathroom.
It's literally
and this
just
guy
crying
pulled
wolf.
up on me and he grabbed me and he just didn't say anything. And I was like trying to get out of there and he was trying to get up on me. That we've gone from that, and I don't mean that in streaming. I just mean like in accusations that people pretend are a big deal. We've gone from that, which is like, yo, you just essayed the chick, to, oh, this guy brushed past me and touched me, right? To, oh, this guy said some comments to me and was trying to get with me. To, oh, this person is asking me questions and made me feel uncomfortable. And the uncomfortable we're talking about is him asking you simple questions like, oh, what's your are you black or white? And the other guy asked you, oh, what do you look like? That's it? Like, somebody could have felt uncomfortable.
Literally, what's your ethnicity and what do you look like? Turn this into a whole video. Think about that. I need you guys to think about that right quick. Literally the two normal everyday questions that you could ask anybody. What ethnicity are you? And what do you look like? The what do you look like? You're not going to hear that every day. All right. But what ethnicity are you? And what do you look like? Turn this into a whole video and a whole controversy. Think about that.
For
It's crazy.
millions of different reasons. One of which being this person probably didn't take their anxiety meds. Oh man, you forgot to take your meds. You're uncomfortable. This person, you're in the wrong seat. You're uncomfortable. You know how many times people feel discomfort during the day, and we're supposed to take allegations of feeling uncomfortable as something serious? Get out of here. This is not serious. This is ridiculous. And
People feel uncomfortable pumping gas at night. It doesn't mean you're going to go to the police station and tell everybody, oh yeah, I was uncomfortable at the gas station. Shut them down. Imagine how that sounds.
this, like I said, this Iron Mouse individual is in a hostage situation because, frankly, you said, ask me anything, AMA. Or imagine someone hops on Reddit, they do an AMA, they're like, I can't believe this person asked me this. You said, ask me anything. And they asked you some of the most tame things you could possibly think of. But because their audience hates a Rakai, because they hate a Ray, because they hate people associated with that side of streaming, and they will always hate them. Like Agent, for example, he's somebody that does a really good job. He's just been...
Agent literally walked up to make sure nothing crazy was going to happen. That's the reason why. He probably did want to interact, say what's up, but he literally got in the middle of them just to make sure nothing crazy was going to happen. Because I guarantee Agent knows. Agent's a smart motherfucker. He is. And he knows exactly what's going on. He's aware of stuff, right? And we can see it, right? We can see it throughout time. We've seen Agent and what he's about, right? He's about his people. So he's going to help when help is needed, right? So when we see a situation like this, right? He probably already knew what time of day that Iron Mouse was on. This is crazy. This is some crazy work. And this video is already over 24 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and log out of this video now. So if you guys like this video, make sure you comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you guys think this whole situation is justifiable? I don't. I really don't. I'm kind of irritated by this video. I'm not going to lie. This is some crazy work. It's a disconnect from reality. And I feel like a lot of people these days, and as we get into the years, are going to be even more disconnected from reality. A lot of people not going out of the house, right? You guys would be so astonished by the amount of people that do not leave their house on a daily basis. People don't go shopping no more. People don't go out to buy cars no more. People don't go to the grocery store. People don't do any of that anymore. People don't have normal human interaction, so they feel uncomfortable with certain things that most people won't feel uncomfortable about. So, tell me what you guys think about that down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you beautiful people later. Y'all have a beautiful day. Bye.